Hi, my name is Mary and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to prevent acne. Whether it's body acne or face acne, I'm going to be giving you 10 ways in which you can prevent it. Like, totally. So, click on the subscribe button and let's begin this video. If you're suffering from acne, I totally get it because I always have acne. I still have acne on my face, like literally right now. I don't know if the lightning will allow you to see it, but I still have acne. But the acne I used to have on my face in the past was a lot worse than this. So I have learned some tricks and some tips which I'm going to be sharing with you today that has helped me so far prevent my acne, prevent more acne, and even heal the ones I have had already. So, tip number 1, exfoliate. Exfoliate at least twice a week. Exfoliation is the removal of dead skin cells from your skin. Your skin produces new skin cells on a regular, and the dead skin cells on your skin do not allow the new ones to come out. Instead, they go and they block your pores, which is one of the major reasons why you might suffer from acne. So, exfoliation removes those dead skin cells off your face, allowing the new ones to rise and shine. So, exfoliate at the very least twice every week to ensure that you have an open, a clean, and a beautiful skin. Does that make sense? Open, beautiful, clean skin. Okay, but that leads me to my second point, which is to avoid as much as possible hard, harsh scrubs. And what do I call hard? What do I classify as a hard, harsh scrub? They are those scrubs that are harsh on your skin. They usually have gritty particles in them. Yes, they are very satisfying to use. For example, the sugar scrub, because you get kind of like the immediate effects after using it. Your skin feels soft and smooth and squeaky clean, and it's a really good feeling. You feel like you've actually made an impact. But the problem with this type of exfoliation is that they consist of particles that come in different sizes, and so you're at a risk of over exfoliating and not just removing the dead skin cells now, but also you might as well be hurting the new skin cells, the ones that you're supposed to live on, the ones that just came out. Thereby you might injure yourself in the process and you will not even know, and that's one of the reasons why you might even be having acne, or if you already have acne, that can really worsen the condition. So avoid using scrubs like that. I always suggest you use a chemical exfoliation. Use a salicylic acid or glycolic acid or lactic acid or one of those. They also do, in fact, I feel that they do. I know. I'm between the I know and the I feel, or whatever. They do a better job than the gritty scrubs will ever do. So use them for exfoliation and thank me later. So moving to my next point is to change your pillowcases frequently. So I made a video in the past. I'm going to be leaving the link in my description because you should really see that video. It's skincare mistakes that you make every day without even knowing. And that video also was a compilation of my knowledge on bad skincare habits that I and most people around me have been doing, that I have realized that is one of the reasons why we get farther and farther away from our skincare goals. So you should really see that video. But anyways, in that video I mentioned changing your pillowcases. So this is kind of like a repeat. But in that video I mentioned that you should change your pillowcases at least twice in a week. I think that was what I said. But now with better understanding, I would recommend you change your pillowcases daily, like every single day. it will only cost you 7 pillowcases, and then you wash on Saturdays or Sundays or whenever you like to wash. But the reason is because when you sleep, you sweat, especially if you live in hot climate places, like you sweat on your pillowcase. If you live on that sweat, it could gather up bacteria, and when you return to that pillowcase, you might be putting all that stuff on you. Also, oils from your hair, which are really good for your hair, but also are really bad for your face. You are at the risk of lying into that and putting that also on your face. So that is the reason why you have to change your pillowcases on a daily basis. Now, moving to my next point. Use more fragrance-free products. I know it's not totally possible for all your products to be fragrance-free, because in some countries, I don't know where you're watching me from, but in some countries it's almost impossible. Most of the products I can find here have fragrance, so I'm only going to suggest that you use as much fragrance-free less products as you can find. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, that's it. Because if you don't know what fragrance is what is put in your skincare products to make it smell nice. Without fragrance, your skincare products will smell like plastic, or will smell like, I don't know, a plant, depending on what are the actives in them. But because of the fragrance, they have those good, nice smells, scents that you like. So they are really important, but they can also be really harmful to your skin. Not just to your skin, if you're asthmatic, it can also be harmful to you as a person. So go for more fragrance-free less products as you can find. And the ones you have that contain fragrance, I would suggest that you use with caution. That is my humble suggestion on that. I know there are a lot of controversies on fragrance and no fragrance. Some say they are good fragrances. Not all fragrances are bad. Some people insist that all fragrances are bad and products should do away with fragrances. Well, I'm not going to get into that in this video, but my advice is just for you to use as much fragrance-free products as you can find. But if you can find it, it's okay to, it's okay. Unless you're really allergic, then you can cut out that product completely from your skincare routine. Someone is shouting for no reason. Okay, so we're moving to the next tip, which is do not overuse products. I don't know if it's just me, but I'm just gonna put it out there. Have you ever used a product for the first time? It doesn't irritate your skin. Second time, it doesn't irritate your skin. Then a while after that, soon after that, sometime into using the product, it starts to irritate your skin. You start to break out badly. Well, that can be as a result of overusing the product. Now, I'm not talking about the length of time that you've been using that product, which can also contribute to it, but majorly I'm talking about the quantity in which you've used the product. For example, myself, sometimes I like to just pack on my moisturizer on my face, while sometimes I like to just leave it simple and just put a little. I noticed that whenever I pack my moisturizer on my face cream a lot on my face, I tend to break out because my skin feels as if it cannot breathe, like there is another face on my face. So that is an example of overusing a product. Also, if in the product there are harsh chemicals, you might not notice if you're using it in smaller quantities, but when you start to use it excessively, then you start to put on those harsh or those bad chemicals on your skin in a lot of quantity, and then your skin will react. So avoid overusing products. Now, moving to the next point, test new products on a small part of your skin before applying to your whole body or to your whole face. I am also guilty of this because sometimes when I have a product that I have been expecting like forever, maybe I've been seeing it online and I finally get to buy it, I just cannot wait to try it on. And so in my next skincare routine, I just put it on my skin and feel so proud of myself. But most of the time, my skin tends to blow up soon after that because I did not test patch the product to see if it goes well on my skin. To avoid that, what you should do is whenever you get a new product, do not just move on to apply it on a large amount of your skin. Instead, start by applying it on a smaller portion of your skin, preferably somewhere not so visible in case it has a bad reaction. You can just cover it up for a while till that part heals. Then if the product is compatible with your skin, you can now go ahead and use the product on your face. So that is another way to prevent acne, by test patching the product first before using it on your skin. Now moving to the next tip is double cleansing. Some cleansers are just so ineffective, they're not worth your money, and usually I'd suggest that you just toss it away and get a new one. But because I'm considerate that you might have spent a ton of cash buying that cleanser, I would advise you to get a supporting cleanser to add to that, so you can double cleanse. That way you can get more out of your skin than one cleanser would have gotten. Usually I'd suggest you go for maybe a cheaper, a more affordable cleanser, one that has a lot of good reviews, so that you are sure that you're not buying another of the kind that you have. Or you can get a micellar water, whatever you prefer, but two is better than one in that case. That way you can remove all the dead, all the sweat, all the dead skin cells from your face and leave your pores open so that they can breathe. Moving to the next, if you have body acne, this is for those people who have acne on their body, maybe their back, their chest. Consider changing your detergent. That would be my first advice, to consider changing your detergent. Usually there are chemicals in your detergent that is irritating your skin. But if you do not want to change your detergent, then I would suggest that you rinse your beddings, your bedspread, your duvet, your bed sheets, your pillowcase. You rinse them thoroughly before use, like more than you would have normally done. That way you'll be able to get out the detergent as much as possible, so that whatever is left will be so little that it won't be able to irritate your skin any further. I don't know if that makes sense, but if that is too much work for you, then just change the detergent as a whole and buy a softer one that wouldn't irritate your skin. Moving to the next tip, my next tip is to wear sunscreen. Sunscreen are creams that prevent your skin from direct contact with the sun, which gives out UV rays that can damage your skin cells, your skin, cause you sunburn, cause you some really serious skin issues, and eventually skin cancer. So that's the work of a sunscreen. I made a video about sunscreen, so if you still want more details on sunscreen, I'm not going to make this video long trying to explain that. I'm going to be leaving the link in my description. There's also a video about exfoliation, so if you also want more details on exfoliation, just go to my description. You're going to find links that is going to redirect you to those videos. So I'm going to be moving to my final tip for today, which is to reduce your intake of milk and sugar. Milk and sugar tend to, because of the sugar in them, it tends to increase your blood sugar level, which have been proven to play a role. Well, it can cause you acne. Whatever you want to make up that sentence, that's up to you. But it has been shown that milk and sugar, especially cow milk, can cause you acne, and sugar also can cause you acne. So if you cannot eliminate it totally from your diet, I can't, then reduce, cut down, minimize, get it? your intake, and you're going to see your skin actively becoming better. If you have acne already, or if you're just trying to prevent, then it's going to help you prevent your skin from breaking out, which is annoying, like super annoying. And I know firsthand. I'm going to be showing you a picture of what my face really looks like, or maybe I won't, depending on how embarrassed I feel when I look at that picture. But that's all you're going to be getting from this video. If you watched till this part, then thank you so much. If you're yet to subscribe, please click on the subscribe button. And if you learned a thing or so from this video, please click on the like button and so show some appreciation for this video to me. So show some appreciation. And if you have a comment, leave a comment. If you have a question, leave a question. If you have some recommendation, maybe some tips you think this should be added, I should have added, you can leave it in the description. You can leave it in the comments, and I'm going to reply if I like that tip or not, or if I think it's workable or not. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Namaste. Is it namaste? I watch so much zero this day. I should stop watching it. Like, seriously? Namaste?